For many guys, calling themselves Sigma is cool and makes them feel like they're on their own. But being a Sigma isn't like joining a normal club. You can't fake some things. It's not something you can choose to be. It's who you are and always have been. How can you be sure you're a real Sigma male? These 6 things about Sigma males can't be faked. Number 1. Assured quietude. In a world where noise is often seen as a sign of power, Sigma men stand out by being sure of themselves when they are alone. They stand out by being calm and quiet, which is different from the quiet that comes from being shy or insecure. This pic shows that you are sure of yourself and strong inside. Sigma guys don't feel like they have to talk all the time. When they do talk, their words have weight and meaning, which draws people's attention. Some people try to copy this trait by being quiet and distant in social situations, hoping to get people to be interested and respect them. But this copy doesn't quite make the cut. A superficial copy of real confidence isn't about not saying anything just to look good. It shows confidence and a readiness to speak up when it's important or necessary. Not because they want attention, but because they want to be respected through deeds instead of words. People who are pretending to have this trait are easy to spot because their silence often seems strange or forced, showing unease instead of confidence. It is impossible to fake genuine ease and quiet that shows self-confidence, true happiness with being alone, and the ability to listen carefully. It's not an attempt to be mysterious or scary. Instead, it's about being comfortable with who you are and giving off an air of calmness and self-confidence that makes people notice you. There's no need for words to show who a real Sigma man is. His actions and presence speak for themselves. Number 2. Profound insight. The Sigma man is different from others because they understand things deeper than words can say. The alpha male asserts his authority and demands respect with conviction. The beta male, on the other hand, wants to be liked and often talks instead of watching. The Sigma man, on the other hand, is the thinker, the quiet builder of understanding. These people are very good at navigating the complicated dynamics of human contact. They can think while others yell or try to get approval. Sigma men are naturally curious, which drives them to look for deep meaning in everything. They don't take things at face value. Instead, they try to figure out what they really mean, what patterns they are hiding, and what the bigger picture is. They are very good at reading between the lines and getting the big picture without being told directly. This level of understanding is hard to copy because it's developed over years of observing, thinking about oneself, and being self-aware. Some people may try to copy this trait by using big words and intellectual jargon to make themselves seem like deep thinkers or idle philosophers. They might purposely say deep things to make it look like they have inside information that no one else does. Understanding that goes beyond words, on the other hand, isn't about acting or impressing others. It's about being truly aware of your surroundings, which requires a level of interest and intuition that can't be faked. Real Sigmas don't try to show off how smart or knowledgeable they are. It shows in their actions, choices, and thoughts. It looks fake and dishonest to try to be smart when you don't really know what you're talking about. That skill comes from inside you, not something you can make. Number 3. Effortless nonconformity. Sigma men are different from alphas and betas because they don't try too hard to fit in and instead don't try to be dominant. Sigma people don't want to follow trends or meet society's expectations, so they don't give in to the push to do so. They are happy to be themselves, even if that means going against the grain. Some people may try to copy this by adopting certain styles or beliefs that aren't common without really knowing what it means, but real nonconformity goes beyond what people see. It means being honest in your thoughts and deeds instead of trying to stand out on purpose. Real nonconformists stay true to themselves and don't change their beliefs to fit in with society. Sigma men don't follow social norms. They make their own way and live their lives the way they want to. This is something they naturally do, so they don't have to advertise it or show off. If you try to act like a rebel without a reason, It seems fake and forced. Real nonconformity can't be faked. It's a way of life that comes from a natural cool distance. Number 4. Calm detachment from worldly drama. There is an amazing ability in Sigma guys to block out the noise and chaos of the world. They stay calm even when things are going badly and don't get involved in the drama of society. This doesn't mean they don't care. Instead, it means they know it's pointless to get involved in short-term arguments and choose to keep their peace. Putting on such a calm attitude is really hard to fake. Some people may try to be like this by acting easygoing and like nothing can hurt them, but this persona falls apart quickly when things change. They respond, fight back, and lose their cool because feeling truly involved in the drama of the world is not something that can be faked. Putting on a perfect face isn't important. What matters is staying calm when everything seems to be going wrong. True Sigmas are amazingly good at staying out of small fights, talk, and drama that isn't needed. They easily get through rough water, and the storms around them don't bother them. Their lack of interest isn't a show. It's a real separation. They have too much useful energy to waste on unimportant things. It is impossible to act like the lake is calm when it is storming outside. It is impossible to fake this state of being because it is a radiated energy. Number 5. Independent living and solitude comfort. Sigma men are known for having a strong sense of freedom and being at ease when they are by themselves. They're the lone wolves, the wanderers who are just as happy to be alone as with other people. This quality isn't something they can just put on like a winter coat to look trendy. It's deeply ingrained in them and shows how independent and strong they are. Some people may try to copy this by acting like lone rangers, saying they like being alone and avoiding people in order to seem cool and independent. But if there isn't a real sense of comfort in being alone, this act is just a show. It's like trying to sail a ship without knowing how to deal with the wind and getting lost at sea. Sigma men don't have to put on a show because they are usually independent and don't need to be with other people all the time or be praised by others. They get pleasure and satisfaction from doing what they enjoy, without being bothered by the noise of the crowd. Being independent and at ease in your own company are not temporary feelings. They are a way of life. You can't act like a seasoned sailor without leaving the land. This isn't a trait that can be faked. It's a trait that's lived out in real life. A quiet leadership that doesn't look for approval from others. Number 6. Unassuming leadership with self-assurance. When most people think of leadership, they think of someone who is loud, bossy, and in charge. But Sigma men run things quietly. They don't need to be in the spotlight or have other people agree with them in order to feel important. Instead, they set a good example and make choices based on their deep understanding and gut feelings. Others often discount or ignore this style of leadership, but Sigma men don't need to be in the spotlight to know they're valuable. They know how valuable they are and have faith in their skills, so they don't need to be reassured all the time. For this feature to exist, you need to have real self-confidence and a strong sense of who you are. Something like that can't be made up. Some people may try to be like this by acting humble or playing down their accomplishments, but real quiet leadership comes from having a strong sense of self-worth and being honest. It's not a performance. It's about setting a good example and making a difference without actively seeking praise or approval.